Hello, everyone, and welcome back to Escape from Monkey Island, the fourth game in the series. Well, we're in a bit of a pickle. We made it to Luker Island. We talked with the lawyers, and we find out that Governor Marley has in fact left the deed to Marley Mansion in his safe deposit box. But unfortunately, as soon as we get there, it's robbed by someone who's pretending to be us. So that's not good. And he locked us in the vault while he's causing chaos in the other room. And we gotta find a way out of here. So on we go. No.
It's an old cracked sword.
You'll never get me, Guybrush Threepwood, coppers!
I can't use this.
Alright. Some sponges.
There's only one criminal more nefarious than me, and that's Pink-Nosed Pete! I'm Guybrush Threepwood!
This hanky has PP embroidered on it. I highly doubt that this belonged to Grandpa Marley.
It's probably Peg-Nosed Pete in the other room. It's probably what his name is.
Ew, this thing reeks.
Yep. Okay. Now,
I'm Guybrush Threepwood!
what's in here?
There seems to be something inside. It's a music box. Hey, there's a bottle of fine grog behind this music box.
Nice.
If I could open it, I wouldn't be trapped in here.
True.
Down on the floor!
I wonder, can we pry it open with the sword? With the bottom hinge.
Yeah, I broke the hinge off, but I broke the sword too.
Can we still pry it?
The sword seems to be widening the crack a bit.
I'm Guybrush Threepwood!
And here we'll be getting
Don't
into
be a hero!
some science that I don't understand how it works, but apparently it does. Basically, you get the sponges, then you put it on the sword. All of them. Large, medium, and small. And then we use the bottle of fine grog on the sword.
Oh, forget the vault! Just give me everything else! So long, suckers! And remember, you've just been robbed by Guybrush Threepwood!
Hey! Where'd he go?
Hey, what's all the commotion?
Get him!
Ah!
You're under arrest, Mr. Threepwood. Right, down to the jailhouse with you.
Well, crap.
All right, you. Didn't your mum ever explain that bank robbery isn't nice?
It wasn't me, it was the no-nosed bandit.
Right, no-nosed bandit. Or perhaps it was the guy we caught red-handed. You! Although we haven't found the loot yet.
To find it with the real robber, so let me go and get cracking.
Detective work isn't my job. If you want to clear your name, you've got a few things to do.
Okay, what?
I need the perpetrator, I need proof he was at the scene of the crime, and I need proof that he committed the crime.
You know, it'd be a lot easier if I could just bribe you.
I'll ignore that, Threepwood. Around here, we do things by the book. Now, since this is your first offense, you'll be placed under house arrest.
I get to go back to the mansion and play with Timmy?
No, you are confined to Luker Island. You are not permitted to leave until and unless you are cleared of the crime of bank robbery. To make sure you don't leave, you are required to wear the voodoo anklet of extreme discomfort.
I was wondering about that. It's rather uncomfortable. Can you loosen it?
Well, that wouldn't be the point then, would it? It gets a lot more uncomfortable if you try to leave the island.
At least I'm not in jail. Inspector?
Yes?
Well, now we got a job to do, but let's talk to the inspector some more.
I'm innocent. It was the no-nosed pirate that robbed the bank.
Who? Peg-Nosed Pete. Listen, if I had a monkey for every time some penny ante crook tried to pin their criminal malfeasance on Peg-Nosed Pete, I'd have enough monkeys to work out a reasonable sequel to Hamlet by now.
So what you're saying is that you don't believe me?
No.
Why don't you believe that Peg-Nosed Pete robbed the bank?
Because, Mr. Treatwood, it's just not Peg-Nose's style. If Peg-Nose had robbed a bank, he would have snuck in under the cover of darkness, used a clever series of weights and pulleys to open the vault, and would have absconded with the loot without leaving a trace of his presence. Peg-Nosed Pete would never simply enter a bank in the middle of the day, waving a pistol around like a common thug. It's beneath him.
Well, he seemed dead certain on trying to frame me, so maybe someone hired him?
Just for the sake of argument, what would it take to prove my innocence?
Well, since you don't have an alibi, you'd have to turn the finger of blame towards the real culprit.
Great! How do I do that?
Off the top of my head, I can think of 3 things that would do the job. A. New evidence would have to surface linking the so-called real perpetrator to the crime. 2. The stolen bank loot would have to be recovered. And Z. The real criminal would have to be caught and brought to justice.
That should be a piece of cake for a pirate with a keen analytical mind like myself.
I'll keep your cell warm.
Can you remove this voodoo anklet? I really need to get back to my wife.
Sorry, you're stuck on this island until your trial arrives. Or until you manage to prove that you're innocent.
When can I expect my trial?
As soon as the judge returns.
Great, when's that?
He should be back within a few weeks, when his vacation's over.
A few weeks? I need to get back to Melee Island today.
Well, I guess you should have thought of that before you went and robbed that bank now, shouldn't you?
But I'm innocent.
Tell it to the judge.
How's the investigation going?
What investigation? You were caught red-handed. I'm just waiting for the judge.
Oh. You're not gonna lift a finger to help me, are you?
No.
But what about justice?
Haven't you heard? Justice is blind.
Not to mention lazy, apparently.
Quiet, you.
Of course, we're on our own.
Where can I find Peg-Nosed Pete?
If I knew that, he'd be locked up right now.
Because he framed me for robbing the bank?
No, because he's wanted for approximately 300 other crimes on Luca Island.
300 other... Why haven't you caught him?
Well, I better get out there and prove my innocence.
Stay out of trouble.
That's Inspector Kennard. Hey, I should bring Meat Hook here. You'd like this place.
Well, they torture their prisoners, looks like.
It's good to see that Lucre Island doesn't mollycoddle its criminal element.
Yeah. And an Iron Maiden chicken grease.
Ew, greasy. I guess they use it on these Iron Maiden spikes to allow smooth impaling. Iron Maiden! Excellent! I have no idea why I said that.
Bill and Ted reference.
Now there's a manly pirate.
I can't see the picture very well. Wait, is that who I think that is back there? Really?
It's Otis.
Did you pick flowers again?
Otis, what are you doing here?
I'm a victim of society.
Let me guess. You were framed, right?
How did you know?
Just a hunch.
Some old guy with a weird accent accused me of stealing flowers from his front yard.
Again.
What is it with you and flowers?
It's a plot, I tell you. People are to make me seem less fearsome and piratey by accusing me of being the kind of pirate who likes to pick flowers.
If it's any comfort, Otis, I never found you all that fearsome to begin with.
Go pick a pack of pussies.
When are you due to be released?
He'll be released just about the same time you prove your innocence.
Hey, just because my captain is a notorious bank robber, there's no reason to take it out on me.
Otis!
Jace?
You're not helping. I'm feeling an incredible feeling of deja vu.
Would it help if I gave you a breath mint?
Wait, it's past. See you later, Otis.
You're gonna get me out of here, right?
Well, we can't do anything about Otis right now, so... What does this sign say? Hang on. Wait a minute. There we go.
It says, Contra leges marinas latrocinium maris est. I think that means... Actually, I have no idea what it means.
I don't know either. Alright. I think we should, I think we should head back to the lawyers, find out what's going on. Oh no, wait, this heads back to my ship. Well, here, let me, speak to my crew, put them up to date, tell them what's going on. That we're gonna be here for a little while.
Ahoy there, Mr. Cheese.
Yes,
Good work getting us into the harbor.
thanks. Next time be helpful if you didn't use the ship's maps as coasters.
How's the ship? When will she be ready for departure?
She'll be ready long before you get that voodoo anklet removed.
Oh yeah, that. It's just a simple misunderstanding. When I find the real criminal, my name shall no longer be Mud.
True, but it'll still be Threepwood.
That's not an anklet, it's a sacred voodoo talisman.
Whatever you call it, it's still not much of a fashion accessory.
I'll be free in 2 shakes of the monkey's tail.
I really don't want to hear why you got arrested.
Alright.
Actually, I don't like to talk about it.
I can see why.
Well, okay then. Keep the ship, ship-shape while I'm gone.
Alright. Carla's over there. Let's see her. She's not gonna be happy.
It's Carla. She looks bored. Hey, Carla.
What do you want?
Otis is in jail.
That figures. He always gets in trouble when he's on shore leave.
Why aren't you on shore leave?
Someone has to stay and guard the ship while the big cheese repairs all the damage you inflicted on it.
Since you're stuck here, would you like me to get you something from town?
Like what?
Actually, I have no idea. I haven't taken a good look around yet.
Well, maybe you should.
Have you seen a no-nosed pirate run by here?
I thought you were looking for your wife's lawyers.
Yes, but now I'm looking for a pirate with no nose.
This is how it starts, isn't it?
What are you talking about?
First it'll be something quirky and fun like a no-nose pirate. Then maybe an innocent little voodoo spell used to, oh, I don't know, ward off vampire bats or something. And before you know it, the Chuck will show up with his legions of undead goons and pow, we'll all be stuck on Monkey Island again. I should have listened to Otis.
So what you're saying is that you haven't seen a no-nosed pirate.
No.
Carry on, Carla.
Do I really have a choice?
Alright. Well, let's go check out this bait shop over here.
Phew! It smells like dead fish in here.
9 kinds of dead fish, huh?
Just looking at him makes my eyes burn. Excuse me.
Yes.
Do you have any bait that could catch a cold?
No.
Do you have any bait that could catch a tiger by the tail?
No.
Do you have any bait that could catch a thief?
No!
Do you have any bait that could catch a red grouper?
For the last time. Oh, yes. That free stuff over there will work fine.
Gotcha. How's the bait business?
It stinks.
You're telling me. P.U.
No, I mean it's horrible.
I bet business would pick up if you crack open a window every now and then.
Why, I tried that.
Well, did it help?
No. In fact, it seemed to drive prospective customers away. That's when I realized, see, that something strange is going on.
Strange? How so?
Well, it may be the chum talking, but I could swear that Luca Island is getting less and less pirate-friendly.
Really? How?
Why, we've been besieged.
By hostile invaders?
Worse, tourists.
Yipes.
There aren't many of them around today, but you hang around for a week, and they'll pop up like a bloated corpse in a calm sea. Why, they've been driving some of Luca's oldest pirate-oriented businesses into new fields, and have compelled some of our nastier pirates to consider new lifestyle choices. Why, I myself have soiled my once noble bait shop with a cheesy Timite circus in a desperate attempt to get me hands on some of those tourist shekels.
Was it working?
Not very well. Insects seem to repel tourists almost as much as fish guts.
Go figure. Do you know anything about a no-nosed pirate thief?
That sounds like Peg-Nosed Pete.
You know him?
Are you kidding? Everyone on Lucre Island is hired a Peg-Nosed Pete.
Who is he?
Boy, he's the most notorious thief on Lucre Island. He's never been caught, and his loot has never been recovered. And his true face, aside from his trademark false nose, has never been seen.
Well, I've seen his true face. It's not pretty.
Yeah, right. And I've seen a bucket of chum solve complex math problems.
Where can I find him?
But you can't. Nobody can. There's rumor that his hideout is somewhere in the heart of the Mists of Time Marsh.
Great! I'm off to the marsh.
But no one has ever been able to navigate their way through the marsh without getting hopelessly lost. It's cursed.
Darn, another curse. How did he lose his nose?
Oh, that's one of the darkest mysteries of Lucre Island. Some would have you believe that Peg-Nose's proud proboscis was pecked off by a duck. But I believe it was a school of deranged flounder that made off with his honker.
That's one of the darkest mysteries of Lucre Island?
No. But it sounds more ominous that way.
How does he smell without a nose anyway?
Awful.
I guess I should have seen that one coming. Let's talk about something else.
Well, whatever skins your salmon.
It sure stinks in here.
You get used to it after a while, and come to miss it when you're out and about. That's why I never bathe, see? So I can keep that sweet, sweet scent of fish entrails with me wherever I go.
How touching. Not to mention revolting. Why is that bait over there free?
Well, that bait is nearly expired. I need to get rid of it before it goes bad.
How does bait go bad?
Oh, the usual ways. Falls in with the wrong crowd, starts rebelling against authority, begins dating bait of loose virtue. And before you know it, the bait's gone bad.
I think I'll just look around for a while.
Well, you look all you like, but if you break it, you'll board it.
Let's actually take a look at the free bait.
It's a large, stinky vat of free bait, marinating in bait juice.
And we got bait. Alright. Termite circus.
Whee! Look at the cute little termite circus. It's just like a flea circus, but with termites.
Well, like, you know, most flea circuses are actually performing, and they're alive. I wonder if these termites will come in useful one day. It'll be interesting to see.
That was exciting.
Alright. That looks like the bait teller.
Why, hello there, Brittany.
Oh, hi! Why do you sound like a sick kraken?
Oh, sorry. Sorry you lost your job.
Oh, it's all right. I didn't like working at that bank much anyway. I've always really wanted to be in show business.
What kind of show business?
I want to be a singer and have my own backup dancers. I don't have any skills or experience, but I figure with the right attitude, there's no stopping me.
Me too. Maybe we could start an act together.
I don't think so. I'm looking for someone a little more
Piratey?
cool.
What Guybrush isn't, but she's got a point.
Then why were you wasting away at the bank?
I was making ends meet while I put my act together. Guess I needed the push. I was getting too wrapped up in the whole financial system thing.
Hope that works out for you. What are you gonna do now?
Well, I always wanted to get into show
I didn't mean
business.
to...
Hope that works out for you.
Oh, okay, good.
Is it too late to open an account?
You're funny, Mr. Threepwood. The bank is no concern of mine anymore.
Well, I have manly things to do in a sensitive way. Bye.
Alright, more shops over there. Let's go check them out. House of Sticks.
It's a barrel of sticks. Slightly irregular and blemished sticks. 40% off, marked price.
Freddy, where's my new walking stick?
It's right over here, Mr. Mandrill. A brand new cane, hand-carved to the exact specifications of your previous stick.
It better be, or I'll buy up your putrid little shop and replace it with something useful, like a public urinal.
I take it that you'll be putting this on your tab, Mr. Mandrill?
What do you think?
Drop something over there.
You know, if I weren't a peaceable sort, I'd whack that gentleman over the head with one of my sticks. I wouldn't stop whacking until his brains leaked out all over my rustic, hand-polished hardwood floor. Yep.
But you're a peaceable sort, right?
Yep.
Well, let's go see what this thing is. Wood shavings. Okay.
It is very important to choose a walking stick that fits your body, lifestyle, and temperament. Your walking stick should be no more than waist high and hefty enough to support 50% of your body weight. Active people should choose a stick that corresponds with the type of activity. Boring. Guess I don't want a walking stick that bad. Must be the guy who makes these sticks.
Yep, Freddy's my name. Been making sticks since you were no bigger than a toenail on a June bug.
I'm back.
So you are.
I wouldn't think that a walking stick shop could support itself on a pirate-infested island.
Well, under normal circumstances, I might agree with that sentiment. But lately, Lucre Island's been experiencing an influx of tourists, gawkers, and other assorted outsiders. They're always more than eager to purchase my authentic pirate walking sticks at a reasonable markup, of course. Besides which, I can always depend on Mr. Mandrill to break a few dozen sticks a week. He's been single-handedly keeping me in business for months.
So the walking stick market is booming, is that it?
Well, no, I wouldn't exactly call it booming, but it's putting food on the table. And if Mr. Mandrill ever pays off his tab, I can retire.
Can you help me? I can't decide which walking stick is right for me.
Well, now, in order to choose the right stick, we'll need to know a little about your walking stick needs. Where do you expect to be doing most of your walking?
Since we're on land most of the time, I would probably go for like
amidst dense Caribbean jungles.
Ah, the adventurous type. And how many people would you expect to be walking with?
I'll be walking with my wife. She's a governor, you know.
Whatever you say, sir. How long will you be walking on average?
8 hours, 23 minutes, 37 seconds.
Very good. Well then, taking all your answers into consideration, not to mention the numerous personal observations I've made of your movements, I believe that the perfect walking stick for you would be the Wiebelfester 9000 Rainforest Deluxe. As luck would have it, we've got dozens of them in stock.
Too bad we're not gonna get any of the walking sticks here.
I'm back.
So you are.
You wouldn't happen to know anything about a no-nose pirate, would you?
Well now, that sounds a lot like Peg-Nosed Pete. What would you like to know about him?
Who is he?
Peg-Nose? He's the greatest pirate thief on Lucre Island. No one's come within a ship's broadside of putting him in leg irons yet, but I came close once.
No.
Yes, it happened one dark, foggy night. Many years ago, I was out testing out one of my new walking stick models, the WD-32. It has a real fancy-looking wood duck engraved in the handle, and he tried to mug me.
Gosh, what did you do?
Well, I wasn't going to stand for that. I raised my cane up to give him a good whack on the noggin, you betcha.
And?
And he ran away. I didn't even get a chance to swing. I guess he knows better than to mess with old Freddy. Yep.
Fascinating. Where can I find him?
You can't.
Come again?
No one knows where Pegnose's hideout is. Oh, sure. There's some rumors of him living in the middle of the treacherous Mist-So-Time marsh. But frankly, I don't believe a human being can get there from here.
What happened to his nose?
Well, it's something of a mystery. Most folks around these parts would tell you it was nibbled off by a duck.
Ugh.
Personally, I don't believe it.
Why not?
Well, sir, it's been my experience that ducks have exceptionally tiny teeth. It'd take a long time for a duck, even a particularly nasty duck, to nibble off a man's nose. I can't imagine a man letting a duck peck away at his nose for hours on end without seeking medical help.
Good point. On second thought, I think I'll find out about Pegnose on my own.
Makes no never mind to me, Junior.
Stick around. I'll be back later.
Be seeing ya.
Alright. Basically, we're just exploring all of Blucher Island. Visiting the shops, talking to everybody before we move on.
Whoever lives here must be pretty small.
Hobbit, maybe. And what in the hell is this?
Whew. This stand is excessively odoriferous. Be glad this game doesn't have support for smell generation. Wow, what a plethora of colors in this bottle.
Oh, yes, a breakthrough in scent technology. This is called Mutt, a well-adjusted combination of every essence known to Pirate Man.
Ick. It's a full bottle of perfume.
What's all this other one?
That's a nice blue hue.
'Tis the smell of the sea in a bottle.
This is a very pink and very feminine looking perfume.
Yes, that is L'Eau de la Fleur, the perfect perfume for the most feminine of ladies, or the least masculine of males.
This perfume has a neat stripe running through it.
Oh, that's new candy cane perfume. It smells nice, and it's edible.
Edible perfume. Well, there's this one over here, which looks like I can take it. But hey!
Hey, stop that!
I'll spray you too.
What do you think of this?
That's our featured fragrance, Eau de la Chuck.
It smells awful.
We prefer to refer to it as earthy.
Eau de la Chuck, really?
It's called Eau de la Chuck. Now you can smell like the most infamous pirate the Caribbean has ever known. Warning, the contents of this bottle should not be used on or near animals, anyone with a heart condition, or pregnant women.
Guess those rumors about, a perfume that makes you smell like LeChuck were actually true. Ick.
What's with all the spritzing, mate?
Welcome to Sense and Sensibilities, where subtle fragrances from exotic lands transport you to worlds of romance and delight. My name is Hugo, and I am a licensed aromatherapist. Can Hugo interest you in one of our fine perfumes, colognes, or aftershaves?
Aren't you a little piratey for a perfume salesman?
Hugo's not a pirate. Hugo's a model citizen, making a positive economic contribution to the economic well-being of Blucher Island.
Uh-huh. You sure look like a pirate to me.
But Hugo's not a pirate. Not anymore, leastways.
How do you stop being a pirate?
By taking Ozzy Mandrill's Pirate Re-Education Mail-Order Correspondence course.
What's that?
It's a miracle, it is. In 3 weeks, it taught Hugo how to channel his destructive antisocial urges into more constructive avenues.
Like selling scented bathwater.
Precisely.
Why would you want to quit being a pirate in the first place?
Because Hugo could read the writing on the wall. Hugo saw that the pirate lifestyle was being marginalised by powerful outside interests. Hugo decided to get out while the getting was good.
Yeah.
So basically you chickened out, is that it?
Doesn't Hugo miss being a pirate?
Not especially, no. Although sometimes Hugo misses the wind in his face. And the wenches. And Hugo misses the grog. And the decks covered with the blood of Hugo's enemies. But other than that, no, not a thing.
Yeep. You wouldn't happen to have seen a no-nose pirate run by here with a sack of loot, would you?
No, but Hugo did see you run by here with a sack of loot.
When I ran by here with a sack of loot, which way was I going?
Towards the deepest forests of Luca Island.
Thanks.
Okay.
What's that ungodly stench you've been exposing to unsuspecting passersby?
That's our featured fragrance, Eau de la Chuck.
Who'd want to smell like LeChuck?
Oh, it's very popular among tourists wanting to capture that authentic swashbuckling mystique.
But LeChuck smelled like a rotting corpse.
We prefer to refer to it as earthy.
Smell you later.
Thank you for your patronage. Please come again.